Almighty. I pray to the Almighty to bestow upon me His truth, His wisdom, that I may be worthy of conveying His message, and so, inshallah, sanctify His name and bring peace to the world. Amen. It is an honor and a privilege that you are invited, me and my colleagues, to come to your gathering. It is always for us, we are humbled. We feel that, especially in this time that we are living through, it is really the greatness of big hearts when one can cross that barrier and see further than what the narrative is that we are living through today, and invite people who, unfortunately, in the world, it seems that we are mortal enemies, God forbid, and to cross that barrier and to understand that we can be invited to your gathering of peace, that is something that is really beautiful, and therefore we are extremely thankful. Shukran. Basically, and it's really critical to understand that what we are witnessing today, this terrible Nakba, this horrendous genocide, the killing that is ongoing now for over 16 months. But in truth, of course, it is 76 years that we are living through a rift, a separation, a divide that has been created artificially, has nothing to do with the real truth of how the Almighty willed it, how the Almighty wanted that throughout the years and generations we were living together, even though we had and we have a distinctly different religion and how to serve the Almighty, but it was never an impediment of coexistence. My colleagues, the woman standing in the back now, he's really 8th generation Palestinian. His great-grandparents, his grandparents left Palestine because they did not want to be under the occupation, under the leadership of a really evil, satanic movement, which is an artificial Judaism. It's a transformation of the religion Judaism into a nationalism. But prior to that, the Jewish people were living in every Arab and Muslim country all through over 1,000 years, in places 2,000 years. They've been living in Iran, in Iraq, in Yemen, in Tunisia, and on, and in Palestine, Palestine. So we were living together with distinctly different religion because we were serving God. We babysat each other's children, we helped each other, we coexisted in the most friendly manner possible, and we trusted each other. And it was a given. We knew that we could trust each other. We knew, on the contrary, because we all believe in one God, that it was that we were able to trust each other more than other peoples around the world. And therefore, it was a gift of God that we were living together in peace. And then a movement started 76 years ago. It really started over 76 years ago. And that was a movement, a political movement, a nationalist movement by mostly, that was mostly started by people who are totally not religious. And they wanted a nationalist movement, but they simply took the religion as a tool, as a gun, to be able to stifle anybody who would stop them, who would attempt to stop them from occupying and making their national home in Palestine. Unfortunately, because of the words of Satan, because of the works of Satan, they were very successful. And they created this order, they created this narrative around the world that we have a fight between religions. And that is patently false. It is totally not true. We still remember, as Jews, and many of your older relatives remember that we always live together in peace. Each one has a personal narrative, a personal anecdote of that tells us how we help each other. So let us not be fooled. Let us not be misled by what we are seeing today, this terrible crime, this terrible genocide. We know that there's a great God, and with his compassion, he will bring an end to this genocide. At the same time, also, we will do what we can. We should all pray to God and work together to bring God to help us speedy and peaceful dismantlement and removal of the impediment to peace for the Zion state of Israel. Then we can live together in peace. We don't have a conflict between religions. We don't have a conflict between each other. On the contrary, we are the best of